It's Gorman in the morning with Fletcher and Ryder. Now, 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS, Wisconsin's Violet Femmes. We'll give you that one, Wisconsin. Nice work.
Yeah.
Nice work over there. Good Thursday morning. I'm here with Paul Fletcher.
Just the calm before the snow. I'll tell you more.
Ryder.
Yeah, I share your feelings.
It's going to be crazy out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Lay it on us, Paul Fletcher. We're feeling Minnesota, so please, sir, some headlines.
Holy smokes. Get ready for what could be a wild stretch of weather throughout Minnesota, not just the Twin Cities. Starting tonight, the National Weather Service has issued a high wind watch with gusts up to 60 miles an hour. That's 60, while accumulating snow could get whipped around by those strong winds through tomorrow morning. Then, after that, there's a weekend storm coming in that could dump more than a foot of snow in Minnesota, including the Twin Cities.
Yeah.
Yep, that's real.
Dude, I'm just glad that all of the snow melted so I have place to put this new snow, because I was going to be in real big trouble if
you
that
were running
hadn't
out of
happened.
space?
I was very much running out of space for the snow.
A possible foot, you say?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, how many times, if you want a positive spin on not getting snow, how many times we talk about getting a foot of snow and then we don't get anywhere near that? But who knows?
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
And just
Okay, then.
A quick pro tip from our buddy Matt Serwi said, hey, if Friday morning is your garbage morning, try and put those cans out as late as you can, because with the 60-mile-an-hour gust, even a full garbage can is going to blow away.
Yeah,
so,
good point.
100%.
Heads up there.
The International Energy Agency, a coalition of 32 nations, including the U.S., agreed yesterday to release a record 400 million barrels of oil from emergency reserves to ease disruptions caused by the Iran war. The move comes amid escalating tensions in the Strait of Hormuz, which normally transports about 20% of the world's oil. The 400 million barrels is around 22% of the emergency stockpile, and about how much oil typically passes through that strait every 20 days.
Oh, jeez.
So a lot.
The dominoes. And I ain't talking pizza, baby.
Yeah.
Or the game. INXS set a May 1st release date for a reissue of 1987's release Kick, the biggest album of their career. The LP will be released on 180-gram vinyl, so audiophiles can lose their minds over that. It's going to have a glossy gatefold packaging and newly written liner notes by Rolling Stone senior editor David Fricke. The limited release is only going to be about 5,000. It's going to be 5,000 individually numbered copies.
I love 180-gram vinyl, the idea of it, but I've lost so much high-end hearing. It's like, sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I've never heard it. Like, sorry. I can't, it sounds good to me, but doesn't sound as good as it's supposed to.
I think.
In like a digital reference, like I hear the stories of like MP3, then Wave, then lossless, and it's like, yeah, they all sound the same.
Cool.
Pretty much.
So what the record nerds really lose their mind over is the gatefold jacket.
The
You get
gatefold?
more artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
A 50-year-old kickboxer named John Stevenson has just become the first person in the UK to pull a 4,000-pound car using only his testicles. Give a listen to this.
Ready?
Ready? Oh, please, God, be careful. Oh.
Come undone.
Oh, my God. He's doing it.
That's it. You can't stop the car.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. There you go.
Oh, wow.
After the event, I believe the quote was, "Yeah, I'm really proud of myself, isn't it?" Listen,
right.
man. There's really only a few things at most that you're supposed to do with your testicles, and pulling a car ain't one of them.
No, definitely not.
Man,
he did this to raise awareness for men's mental health. So a good
Not testicular
mission.
cancer or
No,
something
apparently
like
not.
that? Oh, okay.
Good mission behind
that would have been the tie. That would have been the easy tie-in.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yes.
I'm surprised he didn't think, well, I want to raise awareness for men's mental health. Someone hit myself with a ball-peen hammer right in the skull. What in the hell?
This is the interesting part, I thought. When he was doing this, he invited friends and family to come watch.
Yeah.
Right.
What?
I've always been proud of me, not sack, hadn't I?
Yeah, you don't get the record or whatever if there's nobody there to witness it. And I did take a look at the video, of course, and he was wearing pants at the time. So.
Oh, well, that's good.
So there's that.
He's the strongest English plums ever. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna
they
prove
are.
it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna prove it for mental health. Good Lord.
World's strongest.
I tell you what. Minnesota Wild back on the ice tonight at 7 p.m. Against the Philadelphia Flyers. That's a home game. Go to the G spot and yell and scream. 71 points for the Flyers. Not a bad team by any measure, but this is a game we should. The game we are expected to win. We are a better
100%.
team this season, without question. Drop the puck because the Timberwolves suck, as they say. Another just absolutely mind-numbing loss in Los Angeles last night. This one to the Clippers. The good news is we scored 128 points. The bad news is we gave up 153.
What?
Kawhi Leonard, who, by the way, for whatever it's worth, since he returned from injury in November, has been the best player in the league. He went for 45 last night. He had one of those games like he used to have with the Spurs 10 years ago when you'd go, hey, he's probably the best player in the league. Yeah, Kawhi Leonard's playing like that again. Oddly enough, it's a contract year. That's how those things happen. But the Timberwolves did not show up. This is the third straight half of a basketball game. Both halves last night and the second half to the Lakers where we gave up 70 points.
Ooh.
3 straight halves. Defensive intensity is the one thing you're never supposed to lose.
Right.
They always say defense travels. Not with this Timberwolves team. Last season, they went 17-4 down the stretch, but it was against a bunch of patsies. The season, the rest of the schedule is difficult, and I'll just go ahead and say it. Can't wait for the NHL playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm done thinking the Wolves are going to do something. And I hope they prove me wrong. I hope that the whole point is just to get me to say, I'm over you, forget it. This is not a championship caliber team. They don't have it, so let's go Wild. Pisses me off.
Yeah.
Gah! I can't stand to see a team not play defense on the road. It drives me crazy.
To Minnesota, man.
Oh, I've been trying not to think that way for 3 years. Minnesota Vikings are welcoming Kyler Murray to town today, the Arizona Cardinals longtime quarterback. He's going to go hang out at the center, shake some hands. They may very well have a deal done before he leaves town. They're also looking. Jalen Naylor has moved on from the Vikings. He's a pretty good young player.
Yeah.
Ryan Wright the other day was announced our punter. He's going to New Orleans. Had a heck of a season. I mean, great rookie year. Then he got a little dodgy for a couple, but last year he was fantastic. So we need a punter. He was one of the top 4 statistically best punters in the league. So it's actually one of those things like, how
they not keep him?
Man,
that big of a negotiation there.
Well, the New Orleans Saints offered him 4 years, $14 million, $8 million guaranteed for a punter. It's good money for kicking a football.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're the Saints, you probably punt a lot. So let's get a good one.
That's pretty much that's how it's been the last few years. The homemade pie capital of Minnesota, ladies and gentlemen, Brom. What's up, Brom?
Are they really?
You know it.
I didn't know that. Now I do.
You know that's true.
Hey, I'm going to go get pie today.
Rush just released a photo, the band Rush, just a few days ago, the first actual photo of the 2 members with the new drummer.
Oh, cool.
Annika Niles. And I looked at it, it just made me happy. I was like, I'm so glad they're doing this. Good for them.
Yeah.
Geddy Lee said recently that he and Alex Lifeson performed at the Taylor Hawkins tribute show in Wembley Stadium back in 22. If you remember, they did the Wembley Stadium and then a show in L.A. Taylor Hawkins tribute shows. Foo Fighters put those on. And they went and played in London. And he said afterwards, like, everybody was like, seriously, guys, come on. What are you waiting on?
Yeah.
And I remember watching that day in London and watching that show and having the same thought. Like, what? Why aren't they doing anything? Let's go. It's okay. You can do this. So anyway, I'm happy for them. Those are some good dudes, man.
I love that.
Last night, yesterday afternoon, early evening, I said, just to specify, we were all out at heavy rotation, brewing in Brooklyn Park. First things first, Hey guys, good beer. Man, yeah, that was really nice. And a great room, a great vibe, and it was really nice to see a bunch of our friends out there. So to everybody who showed up, thank you so much. And to Heavy Rotation, thanks for having us. That was a good time.
Yeah, it was. It's funny. Every time we go do one of these things, we say, wow, it was a really good time. Yeah. We've got a lot of great spots across the Twin Cities. I loved all the framed albums all over inside.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
Really good spot. How's your pickle beer, Ryder?
It was very tasty.
Yeah.
I had a pickle beer too, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I like that about you.
Good for you.
And the mango habanero was called, what do they call it? Teenage Dirtbag. That was really good too.
Best named beer for sure.
Yeah.
So that was a good time. And again, met some new friends last night. So again, thanks for coming out and hanging. It was good.
Hell yeah.
It was good stuff.
Absolutely. You know what? I spotted something on the way home that I had to share with you guys. Driving home from Heavy Rotation last night.
A white buffalo?
Close.
Okay.
Holy cow. You're really close.
Oh, really?
A white Waymo. You know Waymos are here.
Oh, that's right.
You know, the thing that really caught my eye, though? A human driving it. I don't know if they were taking it somewhere or getting it acclimated or what.
That's what the acclimation. They got people in there to begin with.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you were on the interstate?
Yeah, it was on 94.
Yeah.
Or no, 610. Sorry, 610.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, because they start them off on just surface streets. So, like, when I was in Phoenix and in the Waymos, they wouldn't go on the interstate.
Right.
So that's probably why you saw a person in there, and they're still doing the mapping.
When you were out doing hockey, we saw one right here on Elm Street last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the morning, just driving right by. And we were all, it was funny, like 3 adults in a room looking out the window, and everyone's like, so anyway, and we just stopped talking and watched it go by.
Because it's like, it's strange to see one.
It is.
And then it's kind of jarring almost. You're like, whoa, look at that. And then to see a human behind the wheel made it even weirder for me. I don't know.
Well, you know, it's inevitable. They're coming. The robots are taking over.
Yeah. I'm stoked.
Let's just give me a hammock. Give me a hammock and a flute. I'll learn to play that damn thing. Yeah. Hey, the Oscars are this weekend. You got me thinking about movies. And how many times did I go to the movie theater last year? How many times did you go? Think about it. What's going on with movies? Are they ever going to come back? Is it ever going to be the same? What happened to us? Automated cars and no movies? Come on. I don't know how many of the Oscar films any of us saw. The Hamnet got a bunch of nominations. I saw that. I saw One Battle After Another. I saw
Sinners.
I saw Sinners, which blew my mind. I saw the ping pong thing. I haven't thought about it since. I liked it, and
you saw Weapons.
Saw Weapons.
You saw F1.
I don't even know what the hell
you saw
Weapons
more than you saw.
is.
Wow, I saw way more of these than I realized.
Yeah. I have seen one, and it's just Sinners.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that was the one. If you're going to see one, that's the one I'd say to see.
But One Battle After Another was excellent too.
I agree.
Anyway,
but if you're giving me a coin toss, I'm going Sinners.
Oh, fair enough.
That's all.
All right.
Apparently, 53% of us, Americans, that is, us, went to the movies last year at least once. But a lot of us only went once. It's just not what it used to be, the movie-going experience. How many times, don't think too hard, but how many times do you think you went into a theater, Ryder? That was it?
I went one time. I went and saw Fargo with all of our friends, and that was it? That was the only time that I went to a movie theater last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that is a wow.
I think, I don't know that there's ever been a year where I didn't go into a movie theater except like 20 and 21, the COVID years. But otherwise, you know, I as a kid growing up, I mean, well, we all did. I mean, I was in a movie every week for what felt like decades. But now, when we just went down the list, I was like, wait, I went and saw more of these than I realized. That was pretty good. I probably got in there 10 times over the year then.
Yeah, I'm the opposite of Ryder. When there's movies I want to see, I mean, certainly there are lulls.
Yeah.
So there's a month here and there where I don't go. But I'm probably 2 to 3 a month, generally speaking.
That's a pretty good clip in the modern era. That's a huge clip.
I've got young kids too,
That's
so
true.
I'm checking out a lot of family films as well. But yeah, it's I saw 8 of the movies that are up for Oscars. So
that's, man, wow, right on.
I plan to watch a bunch of them. I'm just waiting for them to pop up on my streaming service.
67% of people 18 to 30 say they've gone, whereas the older folks are going less and less, which, I mean, that checks out.
That kind of surprises me, though.
Different than it used to be.
Why? 18 to 30, you're still living at home with mom and dad if you're in today's reality, and you need a place to go make out with whoever you're making out with.
Oh, wow. Yeah, good point.
Sure.
Okay.
I thought we were starting to get out of the habit, so I would have thought the older were still clinging to, they still, it was part of their thing to go see movies in theaters, whereas the youngers were, but it's kind of totally the opposite of that. So
the average price for a movie ticket is twice what it was in 2010.
yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, so what is the average? Me,
16.
who only went to one movie.
16, and it was
bucks?
$8 16 years ago. Now it's $16.
Damn.
Yeah,
See,
that's
and this
pretty-
is why I'm at home. And if I rent something on streaming, it's usually like 8 to 12.
Yeah,
You know?
the first time I remember buying a movie ticket where it was $3. I stood there and was like, "You're kidding me!" I was like, $3. That was like when my parents paid 59 cents for a gallon of gas, and we had
Yeah.
to talk about it at dinner that night.
Yeah, that part of it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I love movie theaters. I mean, it's more immersive. The sound is incredible. It's dark. You got the communal effect of movies, the laughter and shock, whatever. But the fact that we went from $3 to $8 over the course of like my first 30 years, and the last 16 years we've doubled that.
Sure.
That's absurd.
It's a little nuts.
is.
How many movies have you gone to? And I'm curious, why don't you go if you don't go? Because I guarantee you, if you're over 40, you used to go a lot.
Yeah,
If
I
you were
did.
in high school in the 90s, you were going to movies all the time. Make no mistake about it. 651-989-ROCK. Luther Westside Volkswagen talk and text line. Why aren't you going, or do you go? And if so, how many times? Let me know. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
My beef with movies at some point, I mean, I've always loved the experience, but there was a time in my life when I found myself not wanting to go, or I would wait until a movie had already been out for a few weeks, just because crowded movie theaters drive me crazy because of the noise. Like, I like to be fully immersed, and I like to just lose myself in the,
Yes.
you're looking at a 50-foot screen. It's louder than hell. You just want to be gone in a fantasy world for 2 hours. And when someone's talking or looking at their phone or opening the box of Goobers, the plastic, they're trying to get it open for 48 seconds. It just used to drive me out of my mind. I would really have a problem with it, because I'm like, can you not just shut up for 2 hours?
Yeah, you gotta time it so you're opening the thing during the explosion.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Thank
Yes,
you.
that's how you
Exactly,
do it.
that's the pro tip.
It's actually one of my favorite movie memories. We went to A Quiet Place in the theater, which is silent almost the entire movie, right?
Right.
We sat down, we got in because we had to drop the kids off. It was a last minute decision. We got into the theater, 15 seconds late, and my wife Spencer had Twizzlers. And it took us 20 minutes to get into the Twizzlers because we had to wait for a moment where there was some noise
Yeah.
so we could actually open the freaking Twizzlers.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's doing it right,
Yeah,
though.
well, that's etiquette. Yeah, that's what I don't want somebody doing it to me, so I'm not going to do it to them.
Yeah, I just was and I'm still that way when I saw Sinners. I mean, when I walked out of the theater, I was like, where have I been? I was like on another planet for a couple hours.
Yeah.
I still, when it works, it's still nothing like it.
Agreed.
But sadly, I'm just too grumpy to ignore the noises around me. So that's usually a hindrance for me. I am amazed, though, to say that I saw 6 of the 10 films that were nominated for Best Picture. I would have said, I probably saw 3 of them, because that's usually the average. I'm happy. I'm like, wow, it was a better year than I realized.
Good for you.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Virtual
Come
pat
on.
on the back.
Fair enough.
My thing with the movie theaters is they've just made them so comfortable
Yeah.
that you are going to fall asleep, or at least I am. So when I'm watching a movie at home, if I conk out, I can always go back to where it was that I lost my spot. That crap ain't happening in the theater.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
651-989-ROCK, Luther, Westside Volkswagen Talk and text line.
Yeah, Big Lake Nate says, asked for movies last year, said none. Movies aren't what they used to be. I don't totally agree with that.
Movies are like rock and roll. You just got to work a little harder to find good new ones. Like bands. There's great bands out there. They're just not on top of the charts, and they're not in your face. Rock and roll doesn't hold the corner of the cultural zeitgeist it once did.
Right.
But that doesn't mean there's not great bands young artists that you can go find. Movies are the same way. There's great movies. You just got to you can't expect, if you look back in the 80s, just pick any weekend in the 80s and look at the movies that were released, and every weekend there's like 3. You're like, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
That was good too. Like, there just used to be really good movies every week coming out.
The other thing, too, I would say is you kind of hit on it. Like, during the pandemic, Hollywood suffered big time. And so they were putting out movies that were guaranteed to make money, or they thought would be guaranteed to make money. They're coming back. You know what I mean? We're getting a bigger variety in theaters than we were getting 3 years ago. So, Big Lake Nate, don't totally give up on it just yet. 651 number said probably took the kids to the movies last year about a half a dozen times, but the wife and I only maybe once or twice. Don't go as often as we used to because we're tired of sequels and remakes.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you have
that's
it.
fair.
But these are the safe movies that I was talking about. They're starting to get back, though.
Yeah, shout out to our buddies at the Cinephiles, because I do watch that quite frequently. And then when I see one pop up, I know if it's worth my time or not.
Very good point.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we got headlines. Give us 5 minutes and 2 songs.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning. Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good Thursday morning. It is March the 12th. Hey, a little later this hour, rank you very much.
Oh,
A Thursday tradition like no other. Looking very forward to that.
Sure. Yeah.
May or may not have a St. Patty's Day vibe. Who knows?
All right.
We'll come up
Never
with
can
something.
tell. Never can tell.
We'll come up with something. Let's get to it. I'm feeling Minnesota. Paul, how about some headlines?
Just yesterday, we shared that Xcel Energy had about 200 gallons of oil leak out of the Monticello nuclear plant, but that none hit the Mississippi River. Well, that was yesterday. Today, Xcel is saying a small amount of mineral oil was found in the Mississippi near Monticello.
Oh no! Oh jeez!
There's video circulating that shows the oil creating a sheen in the river, and so I think that probably forced them to have to fess up. They say they're implementing the appropriate cleanup actions.
Okay.
Okay.
Get after it.
Oh, no. Oh, geez. Indeed.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh no! Oh jeez!
I don't know that soundbite's ever been more appropriate.
Yeah. Always works.
Researchers have successfully grown functional hair follicles in a lab that actually behave like the real thing. The big breakthrough was figuring out how to get these things to naturally cycle through periods of growth and rest, which has allowed the follicles to attach the tissue to and sprout hair without needing an immediate transplant. To be clear, they haven't cured baldness. They've only tested this new way of doing things on mice, but it looks like the breakthrough is a massive leap forward, being able to simply regrow a full head of hair from scratch.
It's just a matter of time, baby.
How do they put the follicles on your head? Like, do you wear
Staple guns.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Right there.
They don't glue like a skull cap on you or something?
Both.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so wait, was the problem with growing hair is that they just couldn't figure out to stop, so it would just keep going and going? Because they said they needed to transition to periods of growth and rest?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that the problem?
Yeah, why would it be a problem if it just
you would
kept growing?
Suddenly become Cousin It or whatever?
Would it I would think that you just want it to grow and grow and grow.
Well, you know what? The future's fun. That's all I can say. Driverless cars and hair all over your body now, wherever you want it.
Shirley Manson says her anti-beach ball rant, where she went off on a fan for throwing a beach ball on stage during a garbage show back in December, came shortly after the death of her father. She said, quote, "Clearly I should have been at home, but I carried on working. It was a bad call." But while she called the rant a bad error of judgment, she did think the response was a bit over the top. She said it was like she killed a bleeping baby.
Well, she's not wrong. It was really over the top.
Yeah. But that's how it works these days, right?
Brings back a bad memory for me. The best and worst moment ever. I met one of my heroes and then made an ass of myself. Real quick. I saw REM in 1986 in Nashville on the Life's Rich Pageant Tour.
Okay.
My favorite band on the planet by a mile at that time.
Right.
And it was the first time I'd seen them where they weren't awesome. In fact, they were kind of sloppy, and I was even aware of it. I was like, well, they're off tonight. Like, it just never settled in. Like, normally I'd walk into their gigs and I'd just lose myself. And this one I was like, okay. And about 2 years later, after I'd moved to Atlanta and I was in my own band, I met Peter Buck, the guitarist for REM, at a bar. Yeah. Mutual friend. Hey, good to see you. We're chatting. And I said, I met you at a record store like 5 years ago, and you gave me a Husker Du album, which is a true story. And he goes, I remember that day. Didn't remember me, but so we're chatting. And he just, and something about that show in Nashville at the Grand Ole Opry. I said, I was there that night. I said, I got to say, man, as long as we're just, said, you guys were off that night. And I said, and we had been laughing. And I said something about you in particular. And he looked at me and dead serious. He goes, yeah, I just lost my dad. That was a bad night.
Oh.
And it was like,
oh, no.
Like, no. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I'll see you later. Tough one.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Peter Buck.
Yeah, it was great.
Have
Sorry,
a good day.
I'm going to avoid you now for the rest of my life. These things happen.
Snake yoga is now a thing in Portland. And if you listen really closely, you can hear Steve moving to Portland immediately. A reptile shop called Hiss S's. It's got a bunch of S's, so I felt like I should say it that long. They're hosting yoga classes where pythons and other reptiles slither around while people do yoga. Here are some participants in audio.
I'm
from
a
the
reptile
class.
girl, so we're here for the snakes.
I've never hung out with a snake, and I'm super excited to hold one or touch one.
Inhale, come up, mountain arms, wave your arms in the air, say, hey, Gemma. Gemma is one of my favorite snakes in snake yoga.
It's just a different vibe. This is like super relaxing and calming, and especially the big snakes on you.
All right, fun fact about me. For the last month, I'm back into hot yoga.
Okay.
Big
Nice
time.
Nice work. I like it.
I'm now going to think about snakes next time I go, and it's going to ruin the experience.
No,
Thanks,
just don't think
Portland.
about it.
It's
Don't
too
think
late.
about
Too
it.
late. It's too
Too
late.
late?
So we're here for the snakes.
The only thing the only positive about putting a snake in a yoga studio is it would keep my heart rate elevated extraordinarily high the whole time.
I love that the one lady said it's just a different vibe. It's calming
It's just a
and
different
relaxing.
vibe.
What? How is it? A, how is it calming? And B, how is that, if it is calming, how is that different from normal
It's
yoga?
calming and relaxing to do yoga with snakes if you are off the family tree of Satan. If you're a spawn of Beelzebub himself, yes, that would calm you down.
You nailed it.
I was just thinking about like a giant, like a weighted blanket or something like that. If you're doing corpse pose and then the snake like kind of like a weighted blanket across you, I could get into this.
I could get into a weighted blanket, not a snake like no.
Send photos of your snake yoga, please, because I'm not going anywhere near it.
Snakes belong in nature out really far away from wherever I am. That's it. That's the only thing they're good for, staying away from me. Let's talk sports, shall we?
Yes, do it.
The Minnesota Wild have the Flyers tonight from Philadelphia. Home game again after 2 nights ago. They beat Utah 5-0. This is a great little 4-game homestand. We are favored in all 4 games. Let's get all these points. It's really good to be a Wild fan right now.
Yes.
They look great. Unlike their brothers from the Target Center of the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are just basically saying, hey man, we're having fun. It's cool to be a pro athlete and fly around and go to all these good cities.
Sure.
Winning games, every now and again. I'm really. There's going to have to be a big shakeup because we've got one of the best players in the league. We've got a first-team All-NBA player in Anthony Edwards.
Yep.
He's in his 6th year. He's 24 years old. He's entering peak prime. The next 6-7 seasons, he has to be surrounded with the tools he needs, and he has to become the leader we need. And I don't know if it's Chris Finch. I don't know if it's the front office. I don't know what it is, but we need to reset this whole team. They are underachieving like crazy.
Massively.
It's making my head hurt. I want so badly for them to be the team that they show themselves to be every now and again on a regular basis. And I don't know what it's going to take, but this ain't working. There's no reason this team should be dropping games to the Clippers and giving up 153 points. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Insane. The Minnesota Vikings are hanging out today with Kyler Murray, the longtime Arizona Cardinals quarterback, the guy who had a clause in his contract that said he can't play video games for more than a couple hours a day.
Yippee.
We'll see, but we need something at quarterback, and I guess they feel like Kyler Murray might be the guy. Here's a little note. I just want to mention this. I just want to say there's a kid in Rhode Island named Colin Dorgan. And I just saw a few minutes ago, he's a hockey player. And if you remember a month ago, there was a Rhode Island high school hockey game where there was a shooting. And it was a family thing that blew up. It was terrible.
Yeah.
This kid, Colin Dorgan, is a senior in high school. At that game, he lost his mom, his brother, and his grandfather.
Yeah.
And last night, he scored the game winner in double overtime to send his team to the state finals.
Unbelievable.
And if you see that online, it is just goosebumps and tears. I mean, I watched it. I just couldn't even believe it. So, Colin Dorgan, you're never going to hear this, but man, I'm thinking about you. That's a beautiful thing in a horrible time in this kid's life.
I can't imagine how emotional that was.
And you know those the kids in the locker room, his teammates. I'm sure they were just right there for him. Really, really, really incredible moment right there. Oak Park Heights.
Mm-hmm.
Oak Park Heights?
Or as I like to call it, Oak Park Heights.
Giddy up.
That's how it goes. It's not quite like pairs figure skating, but wife carrying contests do have their own sort of,
Sure.
There's an artistry to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically. Absolutely.
The United Kingdom has their annual wife-carrying race. Pairs, dozens of couples. They got obstacles like hills, hail bales, water hazards. Spectators bring squirt guns and buckets of water. It's a 415-yard race. So
they squirt them with water while they're running?
Oh yeah, buckets of water. Yeah, completely.
Cause more hazards? Okay.
Yeah, you've got 415. I mean, that's 4 football fields.
Yes.
Carrying your wife over and under and around, and then being heckled and having stuff thrown at you by spectators.
Yeah,
it's pretty great. Now the winner this year, a Finnish couple, Teemu and Jata. Teemu threw his wife over his shoulders. Her feet were in front of him. Her head over the shoulder, down. Well,
like
kind of right near his hindquarters. Yes.
Hopefully, he didn't have gas.
And they won a barrel of locally produced ale, a barrel of local beer.
Oh,
this has been going on now for almost 20 years. Here's a little clip from the winners.
Oh boy. He's grunting.
Well done, man. Fantastic performance.
Fantastic performance. I noticed at about the 212-yard mark, you seem to be tiring.
Hey, lest we forget, last year's winners were the first Americans to ever win. Remember that couple from Wisconsin?
That's right.
We talked about them. Yeah,
nice.
Important to remind everybody. Never forget.
All right.
Man,
Caleb and Justine Rustler.
Now, how much do you two suppose your wives weigh, and how far could you carry them?
This wouldn't even be a conversation. She would just look, and it wouldn't be that she didn't. This is what it was. She'd be like, "I don't trust you. I don't trust your footwork, kid."
Spencer would be like, "Put me down." That's what she'd be yelling the entire time. So I'd be battling the buckets of water, the heckling, and her trying to, get off of me.
The problem with Rosemary actually would simply be I would have to carry her like crossing the threshold upright. She doesn't do well upside down.
No. Okay.
No. There's a little something called vertigo that hits every now and again.
Yeah, that would be challenging.
Inner ear stuff. If she's upside down for too long, it's like not good.
Okay, so you two are already out.
Yeah.
So me and
not
Mr.
gonna happen.
Ryder are winning this thing.
Not going to happen.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna win.
You know what? I'd do it with Chauncey.
Oh,
I'd try that.
We can start the dog carrying competition.
Sure.
Well, I'd win. I mean, Charlie's
Minnesota man game.
That's true.
Charlie would be really easy to carry.
Well, fair
She's
enough.
tiny.
92 KQRS.
Thank you very much. Very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much.
Gorman in the morning. Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Rank you very much. Time for our top 3 something or others. As we are around the corner from St. Patty's Day, let's just get right to it. Top 3 Irish things. We welcome your list on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line, 651-989-ROCK. Already got some very good ones already. We'll share a few more of those with you shortly, but for right now, let's dive in. Ryder, what's your number 3?
Okay, since you can't say that Ireland invented potatoes because they're frickin' everywhere, we are going to go with an invention by Joseph Spud Murphy, who once upon a time was in a kitchen and then took his crisps and combined them with some flavors. And in Ireland, he invented flavored potato chips. The flavor was cheese and onion.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes. Go Joe Spud Murphy.
Wow.
What, man, if you're Irish and your nickname is Spud, I mean, you've earned it.
Yes.
Because they don't just hand that to anybody.
Yes.
That's a blue ribbon. Good job, dude. Yeah, the cheese and onion chip.
Yes.
Crisp, I should say.
Yeah, so that's the reason we have all of our flavored potato chips, no matter what you like. If it's, a sour cream and onion, if it's a barbecue, it is all because of Joe Spud Murphy.
Spud.
Way to go.
Get after it.
Yeah, and what a great name, too, Spud Murphy.
Freshman year intramural basketball team. We were the Spud Boys.
Nice.
True story.
That's good.
3 Gorman brothers on the same team playing intramural basketball in college.
Okay.
The Spud Boys. Really more of a Devo vibe there, but, Say, Spuds. All right, number 3, Paul, what do you got?
You know what? I got to go with Irish soda bread.
Oh, really?
I've never had it until we went to Ireland at 23. It's super dense.
Yeah, it is.
It can be crusty.
Yeah, it can.
But it's just it's also soft. You know what I mean? You throw a little butter and or jam on that. It was a game changer when we visited. I was like, soda bread? No. And then I tried it and went, oh yeah.
Do you dip
that's
it
pretty
in some
damn
kind
good.
of stew or something like that?
You can do that too for sure.
For sure.
When we were there, I mostly had it with like breakfast, so it was just I would have it with butter or some sort of jam on it. But man, it was
does the job.
Blew my mind how good it was.
Does the job. Usually when in Ireland, you are looking for something to sop up what you've already ingested. And so it's good in the stew and it's good in the belly.
For sure.
For all of the black gold you've been drinking.
For sure.
My number 3.
Let's hear it.
Gertrude Gorman, my grandmother.
Ah, there we go.
Gertie was something special, boy. Her family back in the day, they came from up north. My God, they were Protestants at one time. But, she married into the Gormans. She switched sides. Held the fort for decades. The iron-willed matriarch of the Gorman clan out of Detroit, Michigan. That woman loved some pickle juice. When the last dill wedge or slice was taken out and there's just nothing but juice in the jar, she'd turn that thing up. Oh,
that's great. Like, what's funny is I love pickles, right? Yeah. When that thing's empty and the juice is just there, I don't know why. I want nothing to do with it.
Gertie, it's got great electrolytes.
Gertie would take care of that pickle juice.
I should probably.
My grandpa, Jim, her husband was blind. He wasn't blind his whole life, but he, as a complication of diabetes, lost his sight. And Gert didn't put up with any nonsense from him. If he was mouthing off, which he tended to do, she would just rearrange the furniture a little bit.
Ooh,
so he'd walk into it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, his shins were bruised up. She would just be like, and she'd just give him a look. She was about 5'10", big woman.
Yeah.
She put up with nothing. She loved all of her grandchildren ferociously. And every Sunday morning on your way out to load up the car to go to church, no, there's a handsome laddie.
Aww.
Oh, I miss Gertie. She was the best.
That sounds great.
Good pick.
Good grandma.
All right, number 2s. What do we got?
Yes.
Right in
Thin
time,
Lizzy,
by the way.
Specifically the song Jailbreak.
Yeah, kind of hard to beat.
Hell yeah. Go, Phil. Why not go?
Phil's kind of the baddest Irish rock star ever by a mile, by the way.
Yeah.
By a mile.
Very cool, dude.
It's like, just do a deep dive on some live videos of that, and you're like, I really want to see that band. Mm-hmm. Man. Yeah. Special dude right there.
Yeah. Good pick.
Man.
Solid.
Yeah. Thin Lizzy. Great. Mm-hmm. By the way, the boys are back in town. I know this. They fought to keep it off the record. They were like, no, that song's silly. And the label's like, guys, hello, we kind of think it's a hit. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They came around to it.
Every now and then the executives get it right.
Number 2, Paul Fletcher.
It's funny. I went music as well, and I was going to get a clip, but it just doesn't translate well. Johnny Cash, once upon a time, wrote a little song. So they say somewhere between 1959 and 61. He wrote a song inspired by his visit to Ireland and the intense, varied green colors of the Irish landscape. 40 Shades of Green.
Wow.
And we did our trip to Ireland was a group trip. So it was like 40 some people, and we're all on a bus together, and we'd play it almost every road trip, and it turned into just every time we were driving around the island, it turned into a big old bus sing along with our local guide. And so it was often referred to as 40 Shades of Green when we were on the bus.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of a layup. Rank you very much, because everything is great from Ireland. It's like we're just sharing the love.
All right.
I want to poke holes in everything everyone's saying, and I can't. Number 2 for me.
Let's hear it.
It's not simply Guinness, but it's the first Guinness anyone ever has in Ireland. Your first Guinness in the Emerald Isle itself. It's just different. It is. That's all there is to it. Whatever you love about Guinness now, just add like 20 or 25% more of that in your mind, because that's what it tastes like when you go there.
Yeah.
For the first time. My first pub experience in Dublin was at a place called the Stag's Head. It's been there since like the 1870s. As the Stag's Head, it was something else before that. It's been around forever. Popped a few pints back over the course of a night, 4 or 5 or 12. I'm not sure how many it was. But the first one, it was down in about 3 gulps, because the bartender said, now you don't sip that That's the kind of pour you drink.
Ah.
And I was like,
okay.
Good point. And it's because Guinness really is to be gulped. It's not to be sipped.
Yeah.
And, but so I drank it down and it was all the conditioning of the family and everything I thought it might be. It was really, really, really special. But if you do this, when you go there, just do yourself a favor. Don't start yammering on about how much your family loves being Irish and how you grew up in an Irish house in Kentucky. Don't say you finally feel like you're home for the first time ever. And absolutely just keep all those thoughts to yourself. Because every bartender's already heard it from every drunk American already.
100%. Yeah.
Just zip it. Drink it and then zip it. You know what I mean? Drink, shut up. They've all heard it.
I don't drink a ton of beer.
Right.
When but my wife and I cheersing Guinness, we were at a place called the Brazen Head in Dublin.
Okay.
And it was just, it was your stereotypical
that's great.
dingy Irish bar. You know what I mean? It was the perfect setting. And you're absolutely correct. It couldn't have tasted better.
Oh, I had my first Guinness in Ireland at the Sky Bar at the brewery.
Nice.
It was incredibly tasty, even not in the pub setting. I had a few more in a pub later. So, yeah.
That's way cool. Yeah. It's just different. You're 100% right.
Stirs me green blood.
Oh.
We are ranking you very much our top 3 Irish things from the talking text line. Give me somebody's list, Paul.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. 1 second. It's loading.
Oh, boy.
It was being an issue. I was hoping that it would fix itself. Okay, Wally, I was hoping it would fix itself before you came to me. Wally, number 3, Celtic Scrollwork. Number 2, Jameson. Number 1, corned beef and cabbage.
Wow, okay.
Michelle gave us Guinness at number 1, Bono at number 2, Jameson number 3.
Oh, I don't know about that order, Michelle.
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
You're gonna put Jameson before Guinness? Is that what you're saying?
I'm gonna put both of them before Bono.
Let's get to our number ones. Ryder, what do you got?
Mine might be a little controversial, but all of the ingredients are Irish, so I'm gonna argue that this thing is Irish, and I drank many of them from my favorite bartender of all time, Jason, who used to work at the Uptown Bar. He would pour maybe about 2/3 a pint of Guinness, and then give me and all my friends a little shot of Bailey's and Jameson, and we would drop that sucker right into the Guinness, chug it back. It would go down like chocolate milk.
Man. And what did you call that?
A Jason special?
Oh.
That's not the Irish car bomb?
I would never say something nearly as offensive as Irish car bomb.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that works. It does the job.
Yeah.
I'll give you that
They're
one.
pretty epic.
Pretty epic indeed. Fletcher, you're number 1.
You know what? I tried to stay away from like the visit to Ireland because it's just like, I don't know, it seems like easy, but I just can't get out of my head the peninsula of Dingle.
Okay.
It was just, first of all, yes, the giggle is fantastic because you say dingle is just fun to say, but it's got a great little village by it. It's on the ocean. The views were unbelievable. And it's like that when we brought up this topic, that was the first thing that came to mind. And like I said, it's the most, you got the Cliffs of Moher. You got so many great places in Ireland, but Dingle, kind of an underrated spot that just absolutely captured us while we were there.
Yeah. That totally works. Lovely out there on the West Coast.
Oh, it's so great.
Insane. All right,
What
for
do you
my
got?
number 1,
Let's
I mean,
hear it.
might as well get that first cry out of the day, out of the way. I mean, Amazing Grace by an Irish pipes band, Lord have mercy.
There you go.
Never
you go.
doesn't do the job. Whatever the job is, that takes care of it.
Just let that thing breathe a little bit, I say.
Man. Whew. Just puts me in a place.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
That's a really good call. Like you said, it's tough to poke holes in any of these, but that one right there, I didn't see that coming. And
Yep.
You getting choked up a little bit, Fletcher?
no, but I'm feeling this segment. Let's just say it that way.
Oh, does me in.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right,
It's pretty amazing.
there's our
Yeah.
top 3s. I do need to kill that
You need a
before
minute?
it overtakes me for real.
We were all just kind of lost in it, though, right?
Yeah,
It was like-
absolutely.
yeah,
No
that's a
question
really good
about it.
call. Good call.
All right. Well, so there's our pre-St. Patty's Day rank you very much. Let's get back into the real swing of things. Headlines in about 5 minutes.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the Morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good Thursday morning. It is March the 12th, and I am feeling Minnesota, Paul Fletcher, so please get me some headlines.
Boy, oh boy, buckle up, kids. We are heading to what could be a wild stretch of weather in Minnesota. Starting tonight, the National Weather Service has issued a high wind watch with gusts up to 60 miles per hour, while accumulating snow would get whipped around in those strong winds, and that's going through tomorrow morning. Then, after that, there's a weekend storm that could dump more than a foot of snow in Minnesota, and that includes the Twin Cities.
Yowza!
Oh, boy.
Chauncey's chomping at the bit. He hadn't had enough snow. There's never enough snow for him.
Really?
Oh, he loves it.
The International Energy Agency, a coalition of 32 nations, including the U.S., agreed yesterday to release a record 400 million barrels of oil from emergency reserves to ease disruptions caused by the Iran war. The move comes amid escalating tensions in the Strait of Hormuz, which normally transports about 20% of the world's oil. The 400 million barrels is around 22% of the emergency stockpile, and about how much oil typically passes through the strait every 20 days.
I feel like we're sitting on a lot of oil. If that's only, 20% of our emergency?
22%.
22%? Damn.
But it's also crazy that we're releasing, almost a quarter of it. Anyway, it is what it is. I don't know. INXS has a May 1st release date set for the reissue of 1987's Release Kick. It's the biggest album of their career. The LP will be released on 180-gram vinyl with a glossy gatefold package and newly written liner notes by Rolling Stone senior editor David Frick. The limited release will get 5,000 individually numbered copies.
Okay.
I want one.
Go in excess.
Hell yeah. They're fantastic. A 50-year-old kickboxer named John Stevenson has just become the first person in the UK to pull a 4,000-pound car with his unit. Well, the dangling parcels below the unit anyway.
Okay.
Here, give a listen to this.
Ready?
Ready.
Oh, please, God, be careful.
God.
Come on,
It's got nothing to do with God.
No.
Oh, my God. He's doing it.
That's it.
He can't stop the car.
He's pulling a car with his junk pile.
Well, when I was a lad, boys used to compare biceps and stuff, and we'd lift things and see who was the strongest. And I always noticed, well, it seems like I can get a lot done with my nuts.
Balls of steel.
God, pulling a car with it's like, remember the old fitness guy Jack LaLanne used to swim and have 100 kayaks roped to his body, whatever the hell that was. That's what you're in the water using your arms and your legs, pulling a car with your nutsack. I'm more amazed that someone even thought of it, much less did it. Like, where does that idea even begin to come from?
Well, his motivations were very pure. It was a noble cause. He said he did it to raise awareness for men's mental health.
Okay.
Man,
I don't know that you have to sacrifice your balls.
We all know the Brits love their tea bags, but this is a whole different level of teabagging. I'm just going to say.
Oh, my God.
4,000 pounds, I feel like he didn't think this through, because there are definitely lighter cars, and we would have been just as impressed.
I would have been thrilled with a golf cart.
Yeah.
What am I talking about? I would have thought a gallon of milk was impressive. Dude.
I'm not going to tie anything to mine and pull anything with mine.
Not a chance.
I would have been impressed with anything.
Not a chance. All right, let's get into some sports. The Minnesota Wild hosting the Philadelphia Flyers tonight. Flyers are okay. We are heavily favored and should win. This is a good little run of home games. We got the back-to-back weekend, Saturday and Sunday. With this weather coming in, you might have an extra seat next to you. Who knows?
Yeah, that's a good point.
The Timberwolves are basically saying with their performance last night, hey, Steve, just focus on the Wild. Because, boy, they're giving me a headache. Defensive intensity, not to be found. 2 straight games in Los Angeles. First against the Lakers, then against the Clippers last night. 3 straight halves of basketball where they've allowed 70 points.
Ooh, wow.
Absolutely unacceptable, especially in the month of March.
You know how we kind of stumbled on this theme of hey, maybe the Wild aren't hot. Maybe they're just really good.
Yeah.
Maybe the Wolves are just bad. Maybe they're just not a good team.
Well, they're a bad good team. They're a good team. They're at the bottom of the good team list.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
enough.
Like
they
are an above average team for sure. But of the teams that you look at and say these are contenders for a championship, they're at the bottom of that list to me right now. Because that's how you can see it. The fact that they lack defensive intensity is the one thing that's unforgivable in the NBA. Like defense travels. In every sport, it's supposed to be the rule.
You can always control attitude and effort, right?
That's what they say. Mm-hmm. The Vikings have Kyler Murray coming to town today from Arizona. He'll probably get a look at that weather report and get out early, but if he's smart. But he might walk away with a deal. He's only 28. I mean, I feel like he's been in the league longer than he has. Clearly,
yeah.
But flashes of brilliance in his career. But again, we're talking about a guy who's like 5'10" and has to scramble in order to see receivers downfield. He has to get out of the way of his own linemen to look down the field. Not exactly the kind of guy who throws up the middle a lot. If I'm Justin Jefferson, I'm like, really? A 5'10" quarterback? That's what we're bringing in?
Right.
We'll see.
Do we see, I don't know how you guys feel about this. We see that Vikings also restructured the deal with Aaron Jones to $5.6 million. I think he was $7.5 million.
They're restructuring a whole lot of things right now. Yeah. I mean, they're trying to figure this whole thing out. Last year, they spent more than anybody else in the offseason, and look what we got for it.
Not much.
Yeah. Robbinsdale, happy to have you with us this morning.
Yeah.
Game
Robbinsdale's
on,
great.
Ever come up with a food hack of your own?
Yeah.
We've been discussing this lately. What did you just put together that was culinary magic? There's a Facebook comment or 30.
Matt's already getting a little spicy on the Facebook page. He says, Texas toast pizzas. Saw them online about a month after I was making them. Yeah.
Texas toast pizzas.
Yes. So you use Texas toast instead
of
crust.
Got it.
Crust.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Yeah, that checks out.
Anybody who's looked at pizza bagel bites is probably thinking, man, I did that long before.
Yeah.
It was in my grocer's freezer section.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but Texas toast like way outweighs bagels. Like that's a phenomenal crust idea.
Yeah. Let me know what you came up with yourself. You're in the kitchen, you're looking in the pantry, you're like, there's nothing in here but that and that. And oh my God, it's amazing. I fixed food. Come on. We know we got some creative cooks out there. 651-989-ROCK is the Luther Westside Volkswagen talking text line. Food hacks. We were talking about these yesterday. We've been talking about a couple this morning. A lot of brilliant cooks out there in the world, man. Who knew? Who knew we were all so smart? I did mention that I used to do the instant Spud Flakes with a can of chunky soup over the top of them.
Yeah.
This is back when, a $5 meal was way beyond my budget.
Right.
College days, in the dorm, just everything I needed a saucepan and a can opener.
Yeah.
And that got me through pretty much everything else.
Was this just like porridge? What is happening with the Spud Flakes? They just make everything solidified?
It's just filling. It just helped. I wasn't going to peel and make actual mashed potatoes. So you just do the instant ones.
Okay.
It was basically stuffing. It just helped fill it up. One can of chunky soup over a big vat of Spud Flakes, and I would be good for 2 days. Literally.
In college, who's got time to peel potatoes between benders?
Yeah,
right?
I ate the way like a reticulated python eats every couple days. Just stuff myself to the point where I then have to lay down for 6 hours.
He who hates snakes.
Yeah. I can still take a tip from him.
Absolutely. One that we came up with that I kind of love. It's sort of a family thing. Pizza pie. Mm-hmm. So you just take crescent rolls, put them in a pie crust, fill with pizza sauce, meat, cheese, however you want to do it.
Sure.
Onions, peppers, however you want to do it. But man, that is
like an adaptation,
dynamite.
like a veggie pizza where you use the crescent rolls as the crust, and then you do some kind of like cream cheese, and you put a bunch of veggies on it, and you bring it to potluck.
Oh,
is it kind of like that?
Yeah, no, it's actually more like you got pizza sauce and stuff. But what you just said sounds awesome.
Midwest staple. You're not familiar?
I've never heard of that. That sounds great.
We need to talk to Mama Fletcher.
Man,
do you cook that? I mean, do you just cook the crust and then the rest cold?
And you put the rest on cold.
Holy hell! Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
I'm in on that.
The talk and text line, our friends from Luther Westside Volkswagen have lovingly provided us with 651-989-ROCK, loaded with recipe ideas.
Yeah, Todd Stevens says using A&W root beer instead of water in recipes like waffles, pancakes, and crepes.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay. Lots of fluffiness, I'm guessing, with the carbonation.
Good
He says,
Lord.
I love vanilla.
Swap out root beer for water in all recipes. I'm going to boil pasta in root beer and see what happens.
Great.
I like this one from Mark. I've heard of this before. I don't know if Mark can claim that he made this up, but maybe he did. But I love this idea. Shredded mozzarella, Parmesan, sharp cheddar cheese, and garlic. Put on a baking stone, bake till melted, let cool, then eat it like a cheese chip, basically.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
that
game for it.
sounds-
I'm still waiting for someone to suggest something that I'd be like, no.
Okay.
Because right now I'm hungry and this all sounds amazing.
Okay, let's try this. 763 number. My creation, tater tot brat dish. Instead
I'm
of
already in.
Really?
Yeah,
All right.
I'll swim in it.
He says think tater tot hot dish, but replace hamburger with bratwurst without the casing. That sounds like way too much work for Ryder. She likes to do things the easy way.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I don't. Well,
Add a layer of
I do-
sauerkraut.
Yeah.
A can of mushroom soup and top with tater tots.
where you're
You lost
losing
me
me
at sauerkraut.
is the can of cream of mushroom soup. That just is gross.
Oh,
I
no.
know, and I
And
know it's a
sauerkraut,
Midwest
too.
thing that we throw into everything, but yeah, I'm not feeling it.
All right, last one. Gonzo says she's got the Gonzo salad. You take crushed potato chips, chopped pickles, and any sharp cheddar cheese cubes, mix it in a baggie.
Potato chips crushed, chopped up pickles, and a sharp cheddar. Throw it together in a baggie. What? Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I'm in
guessing
on
there's
that.
some
That
kind
sounds
of cheesy
great.
spread in there. Though Andrea from East Bethel hit me up on the phone, and she said she does like a peanut butter sandwich, but then she puts Nestle Quick in it. So it's got that peanut butter and chocolate flavor.
Oh.
She said, be careful you don't inhale it up your nose.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Important.
I
Yes.
like to throw the Nestle Quick Dust on top of ice cream.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that's really good.
That
That's
does
almost
the
like a
job.
malt ice cream, you know?
Hit us up on the KQRS Facebook page as well with your food hacks. What have you come up with? Where does your genius in the kitchen lie?
The best one so far is, of course, John says after cooking Brussels sprouts, just throw them in the trash, an award-winning technique, and it is so satisfying.
Oh, man. By the way, no
Same.
Brussels sprouts, no, a staple in the Gorman kitchen. They're,
really?
yeah,
Okay.
roasted, man.
Who was that?
Thumbs up from a restaurant, but I don't know that I can do them at home.
No, we rock those bad boys.
Yeah.
You get that bag from Costco, and it's way more than you need, so you're like, we better eat all these in 2 days.
Who was it on Facebook?
It was a pro tip from John.
From John. All right.
Yes.
You know what? I'm on Team John.
Okay.
John, that's exactly how I like my Brussels sprouts.
All right.
Thrown in the
Guys are
garbage.
nuts.
And then my wife dives in after him to grab them out and eat them.
KQRS Facebook page or 651-989 Rock. Let us know what you got. Food hacks. We're just as long as we're on the subject. My mom made food in bulk, as I've discussed many times.
Sure.
Wasn't so much about flavor. It was just about there's 10 of us and we better have enough food on the table.
Yeah.
But she was a big fan of stews and chilies and spaghetti, just
Yeah.
things that you could just make a ton of.
Right.
And spaghetti, my mom would make, it was just normal spaghetti with like ragu. I mean, she didn't make her own sauce. It was just something out of the jar.
Sometimes those sauces
But
are
it was
great.
still so much. But I would make the exact same thing, and it never was as good. Like you
Yeah.
just feel like, oh, she just has the touch. But at some point, 5-6 years old, I picked up on the fact that the whole idea of leftovers are sometimes better, like the next day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The flavors all just have an
Marination,
extra day in the fridge. And my brothers and I used to just take. We would just make spaghetti sandwiches the next day. There would be so much spaghetti that sat in the fridge overnight, all mixed together, and then cold spaghetti on white bread in a sandwich. That was it. Boom.
Cold.
Okay.
Cold
Okay.
spaghetti on white bread. I mean, this is I'm not saying I would go for it right now, but when I was a kid, it was like Christmas. It was like, oh my God, I can't wait for that white bread spaghetti sandwich tomorrow.
Huh.
Hey man,
Interesting. Yeah.
trust me, don't knock it till you try it.
All
sure,
right.
sure,
I
sure.
got a warning from the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line. Lasagna noodles and mayonnaise, no go.
What?
If those are the two things that you have left in your cupboard, do not put them together.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. If that's all that's left, you have nothing left.
You have no food.
If you have two quarterbacks, you don't have a quarterback. If you have lasagna noodles and mayonnaise, you don't have a meal.
You don't have a meal.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds right. I don't think those two would go. Man, imagine
Okay, let me get
there would be if there was a food scarcity, if we were coming to the end of civilization, the last thing you would find in my house would be mayonnaise because I don't eat that crap.
No. Oh, really?
No.
All right.
All right, let me get a pass or play on this one from Tim. Ritz cracker, peanut butter,
Yeah.
sweet onion, green Tabasco sauce. He says yum. What say you, Tim?
Wait. Ritz cracker, peanut butter?
Yes.
Sweet onion?
Sweet onion. Green Tabasco.
Girl, that's a crossing of the streams that the Ghostbusters were warning us about.
Right, yeah.
You know what, though? Okay, so I will answer that with this. We got one from a 352 number. Toasted peanut butter and pickles and mayo sandwich. Mayo, I'm not sure about. But pickles and peanut butter, I always judge.
Yeah.
My dad used to eat the crap out of those.
Yeah.
And I went, you're nuts. I love those too, but I don't want them together. And then I had one, and I went, oh, my God, that's pretty amazing.
Okay.
Steve, what was that involuntary reaction your body just had?
It's just
it's mixing the mayo in there.
The mayonnaise. It's like, man, I can deal with mayonnaise in when it's already involved, in like tuna. If you're making tuna salad, like tuna, get tuna,
egg salad,
mix them, egg salad, anything where it's just a part of it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to make it because I don't like the way mayonnaise looks. I don't like the consistency.
It just looks like a white sauce.
It just It just looks like it's just it's always been a turnoff to me. Not a mayonnaise fan.
But so my point with that sandwich is that the peanut butter and the sweet onions and the green Tabasco, it sounds like a disaster, but it might actually be pretty good. Who knows?
Could very well be.
From a 507 number on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talking Text line. How about I like cottage cheese with a bit of ranch dressing?
Oh, we get real worked up about cottage cheese in my house.
How?
Yeah. I would try that, though. I'm pro cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese, to me, the only thing you have with cottage cheese is the seasoned salt. The orange sort of that seasoned salt on cottage cheese.
The Himalayan stuff.
I'm good.
Salt.
I just go, the old McCormick seasoned salt. We had a shaker of that in my house that lasted for like 18 years. We just could never get to the bottom of it.
Here's my only issue with that is that I'm a ranch dressing snob.
Okay.
If it's out of if you find it on the shelf of a grocery store, it's garbage.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah.
What, you make your own?
Yeah, I try to. I mean, I don't often, but I usually, I generally just have ranch when we go out because I can't. It's just so much better than what the stuff is in bottles on shelves.
What, really? Hidden Valley Ranch, the original ranch, you go buy it. Where are you getting ranch that's better than that?
Just about anywhere. Almost every restaurant we go to in Albertville. Yeah. Anybody that makes it from scratch, it's way better.
That's funny. My family had a restaurant, an ill-fated attempt by my dad to get something going once. 1982. It was different days. And my job in the kitchen was dishes and salads, and that included making the salad dressings from scratch.
Oh.
16-year-old Steve Gorman in there whipping up a blue cheese dressing from scratch.
Oh, boy.
And people say, like, gosh, why didn't the restaurant work? I don't know. Maybe that had something to do with it.
I've been told that making ranch isn't that hard, though.
What is? Yeah. It's just.
I make almost all of my salad dressing from scratch. It's generally like 4 to 5 ingredients. It's not that hard, but I don't make a ranch.
Okay.
It just never tastes quite like the Hidden Valley Ranch.
I was thinking that if you're going to make ranch dressing, what you do is you get some water and some ranch dressing spices and put it in there together. I didn't know there was anything more to
make
it.
it a little thicker than that, but
yeah.
You know what? One last one from the text line. Hummus Bob coming in with Fireball pancakes.
What's a fire? What like?
I'm guessing he's putting
like
Fireball
booze
in the pancake.
All right.
Huh. Okay. Sure.
Might need to be some other things in there too, but yeah.
Might want to think about that.
You know what?
I see it.
Only thing I'm going to say to Bob, and it's funny coming from me, the guy that doesn't drink that much. Let's upgrade to the Tennessee Fire and get out of this Fireball world. That stuff's awful.
Oh boy,
Fireball's terrible.
I knew the end was nigh when I saw my first billboard for peanut butter whiskey. I was like, yeah, we're running out of ideas around here. We got to get into headlines. Give us about 5 minutes and 2 songs.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good Thursday morning as we are approaching the 9 o'clock hour. Paul Fletcher, please indulge me with some headlines.
All right. Just yesterday we shared that Xcel Energy had about 200 gallons of oil leak out of the Monticello nuclear plant, but that none hit the Mississippi River. Well, that was yesterday. Today, Xcel is saying that a small amount of mineral oil was found in the Mississippi River near Monticello. There's video.
Oh, jeez.
There's video circulating that shows the oil creating that sheen that it does in the river. Excel says it's implementing the appropriate cleanup actions.
Okay.
Is the cleanup actions I get to take some Dawn soap and go wipe down some ducks? Is that coming?
We'll know sooner or later.
Yes. I mean, I wonder if it's a little or if we're going to find out it's a lot. Researchers have successfully grown functional hair follicles in a lab that actually behave like the real thing. The big breakthrough is figuring out how to get these things to naturally cycle through the periods of growth and rest, which has allowed the follicles to attach to tissue and sprout hair without needing an immediate transplant. To be clear, they haven't cured baldness, and they've only tested this new way of doing things on mice. But it looks like the breakthrough is a massive leap toward being able to simply regrow a full head of hair from scratch.
Fair enough, man. Finally getting after it. I'm just glad to know that we're doing stuff that are going to help men.
Yeah.
Finally, medical research to help out dudes.
Especially those that are, more advanced age. You know what I mean? Because
gosh,
surely
we've gotten
always get in the shaft.
We've handled all of the women's needs and problems for the millennia. So finally, guys are getting the attention of the medical research teams.
We put pockets on dresses.
That's right.
Now we're all good to go.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, turnabout's fair play. It's time the men get some shine.
That's right. God, enough focusing on women, for the love of God, right? Hey, speaking of, Shirley Manson says she says her anti-beach ball rant, where she went off on a fan for throwing a beach ball on stage during a garbage show back in December, came shortly after the death of her father. She said, quote, clearly, I should have been at home, but I carried on working. It was a bad call. But while she called the rant a bad error of judgment, she did think the response was a bit over the top. She said it was like I killed a bleeping baby.
Yeah, we went a little overboard. I mean, I disagree with her on the whole beach ball deal.
Sure.
But everybody got real torqued up about this, and I don't think she should have to apologize.
Well, no, she shouldn't have to apologize. No. And it's happened down in Australia, and I mean, maybe that's what the dingo reference and that you know how those dingoes are with babies.
Yes.
And we all saw that movie.
Snake yoga is now a thing in Portland. A reptile shop called Hiss is hosting yoga classes where pythons and other reptiles slither around while people do yoga. Here are some participants and audio from a class.
I'm a reptile girl, so we're here for the snakes.
I've never hung out with a snake, and I'm super excited to hold one or touch one.
Inhale, come up, mountain arms, wave your arms in the air, say, hey, Gemma. Gemma is one of my favorite snakes in snake yoga.
It's just a different vibe. This is like super relaxing and calming, and especially the big snakes on you.
So we're here for the snakes.
This whole thing, it's like this was started by people who do goat yoga because they got tired of being made fun of. You think we're nuts?
Yeah.
Let's get some snakes in there. Yeah.
They're the perpetrators of the whole thing, huh?
Gotta be. Yeah, it's a false flag operation from the start.
False flag.
I got no time for goats in yoga. I definitely ain't got no time for snakes in yoga.
No, there's nothing relaxing about that.
No.
I mean,
slithering.
I could see it could be relaxing. They move so slowly, you get in tune with your breathing and all that junk.
You know what else moves slowly across your body when you're doing yoga? Air.
Man. I've recently gotten back into the yoga practice after years away.
Yeah.
Very hot down at Minneapolis Yoga. Good people. I used to go to that place when I was on the road years ago before I lived here.
Oh, wow.
I was doing a lot of hot yoga on tour, and I stopped in a few times. Always had good classes there. The first time I ever did hot yoga was in 2005, and I walked out of a studio after the first time doing it for 90 minutes, which those first few, if you've ever done it, are like a life-changing experience because you think, I've already died. I can't function anymore. And I walked out of that class. I've never been so sweaty. It was just like my brain was just short-circuited. And I responded by taking a shower and going to a pub and having Guinness and fish and chips.
Ooh.
Not a good decision.
Yeah.
No?
It made sense at the time.
Yeah.
That's how I shook off my first hot yoga class. I went and just drank and ate fish and chips.
Wow.
And boy, was that interesting.
It's kind of amazing, though, that holding your body in certain positions and breathing can be so exhausting.
It's just gut-wrenching. Feels great afterwards, though. I'm back in track now. It's like I actually look forward to it.
I gotta get back at it too.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
The Minnesota Wild, I'm looking forward to tonight because I think they're going to beat the Philadelphia Flyers at home. 7 p.m. puck drop. Let's go, gentlemen. The Timberwolves, I'm done. I'm out. Calling it. The season's over.
You're off the bandwagon?
Just ridiculous for them to go on the road and not play defense. 2 nights in a row to the Lakers and the Clippers in Los Angeles. They've given up a boatload of points. 70. They have not kept a team from scoring 35 points in a quarter in 6 straight quarters.
Are you telling me a Minnesota professional sports team is underperforming?
I am telling you that, Ryder.
That's really strange.
Shocking.
Hey, buckle up.
Quick question. Do you want me to tear up the bandwagon ticket, or do you want me to hold on to it in case you want to jump back on later?
No.
Tear it up?
No, just tear it up.
Okay.
Listen, until if they turn this thing around and go on a tear and win the title, I'll be thrilled to have been this wrong. Sure. But I'm telling you right now, they ain't going nowhere.
All right.
There's something wrong. There's a malaise. This is the team that this entire season are like, I don't know, it's kind of like we're bored sometimes. You haven't done anything yet. You haven't even won the Western Conference yet. We got to do some. We got to make some changes. We cannot have Anthony Edwards spend the prime of his career on a team that doesn't turn up every night and play. That's all.
Okay.
Does he turn up and play every night?
For the most part, yeah. Okay. This has been a great year for him.
All right, cool.
The Minnesota Vikings are hosting Kyler Murray today in their never-ending quest to pretend J.J. McCarthy didn't happen. Wow. They could just go back in time, boy. Wow. Just saying. Hey, I feel remiss. I meant to mention this earlier, but I'm glad I just remembered. On this day in 1972, the Minnesota North Stars were hosting the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Okay.
And Gump Worsley in
name.
Goal for the North Stars.
Yeah, he was.
At that time, one of only a few keeper. I believe there were 2 goalies in the league still not wearing face masks. And Gump Worsley took a slap shot right off the noggin, and he was knocked out cold. On the ice at the old Met Center. And there's a photo that the Star Tribune ran, and he is just spread eagle on his back. I mean, like as if Joe Frazier had just stopped by with a wrecking ball right.
There were Tweety birds flying over around his head.
The fact that the man's name was Gump, that's just great. Gump Worsley. What a name.
Yeah, the goalie, man. Yeah,
fantastic.
Best ever.
God bless you, Gump. North St. Paul. It's not the north side of St. Paul. It's North St. Paul. It's its own damn city.
That's right, it is.
Get it straight.
I think it's on the south side, too. I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
That's true.
Who knows what's going on over there? Ramsey County. They're crazy. We've been talking about food hacks on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line.
Amy says hard salami, peanut butter, and raspberry jelly sandwich.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay, I got one more. 952 number. A can of cream of chicken soup, cup of white instant rice, half stick of butter, melt butter, and mix soup and rice, then bake. Poor man's risotto.
This is too many ingredients.
It sounds like a lot of work.
Somewhere.
It's 3. It's not that much. You're just pouring stuff into stuff and then baking.
Pouring stuff into stuff.
All right,
and then you're baking stuff.
Let me give a shout out to Frank from the Facebook page. Says, I add a little horseradish sauce to Heinz 57. Use it as dressing for potato salad. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Huh.
All right.
Leveling up that picnic, I think.
We'll allow it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pass on the horseradish
sauce. We'll allow it. Greg Warren is at Acme for the weekend. He's a very funny gentleman. And like all comedians, it all started on the wrestling mat.
Yeah, man, it's a natural transition.
Yeah,
so typical.
Yeah.
So you are not only a wrestler, but a collegiate wrestler. Is that what I am to understand?
Yeah, coming over here, I was like, I noticed I was around the U.
I'm going to start over. You walked here from over by Acme this morning. Walked himself all the way over to KQ.
Oh, damn. I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah,
That's
got
awesome.
up. He's already got it out of the way.
Thank you for saying that. Nobody, I am a little obsessed with the steps.
Sure.
I look at my phone. I'm missing the point of exercise. I went on a hike a while ago. It was like in a forest, and I saw 3 hawks and 2 deer and like a stream with a bunch of of trout.
Okay.
And I realized 45 minutes in, I left my phone in the car, and I was like, this is all for nothing. I get no credit for any of these steps. Yeah. What a waste of time.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but this morning I wasn't sure I could make it. I was like, I think I could do this. And then there's like a point of no return where like, now there's like, there's nowhere to, like, no businesses to get an Uber or whatever.
Sure,
I'm gonna have to hustle to get
Well, do
there.
you remember which bridge you crossed to get to the other side of the river? From where you were, you would have walked over one of several bridges.
Yeah.
Any idea
like
which one it was?
Two rivers. No, I mean, I don't know the name. It was the Hennepin that I was on.
Okay, well then, that's it. The Hennepin Bridge.
Yeah,
that works.
And
the
then,
good one.
but then on the way over here, I had to do one of those footbridges over a railroad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like Google Maps, I'm like, I'm at a blockade.
Oh.
And then I have to go
Got
up.
it. Yeah. So it's already been a day for you.
This is it. This is it.
This is it. Apex.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
This is a good day.
After this interview, I'm done.
Okay, so back to the
show's canceled. He's walked too many steps.
That's it. No, he's an athlete. He's a former wrestler. So back to the wrestling. So what was your weight class when you were a wrestler?
My senior, I finished up at 158. I was 150, and then I bumped up my senior year. And I wrestled my senior year at the U. I think it was in like a
wrestled
hockey arena.
So you wrestled for Mizzou, and you wrestled against the University of Minnesota.
I did, yeah.
That is such an intense sport. I mean, I can look at rugby or any sport on the planet that I've never partaken in and gone, I could see how maybe at wrestling, not a chance. I watched that and go, that is not for me, man.
It's college wrestling is brutal.
Intense.
That I still remember that match because they beat us, but it was pretty close. And I don't think they thought it would be close.
Right.
And I was a senior. I was pretty decent, and I don't think I had their starter. And I had a freshman.
Okay.
And I beat him.
Attaboy.
And I beat him like 7-2. And this is college wrestling. I beat him like 7-2. There was never any question whether I was going to win. And I came off the mat and I felt like a truck had hit me. And that's like
yeah,
it's like in high school you would win and you'd be tested maybe if you were good. Like 2-3 times a year. That was just a random. There was no chance he was going to beat me, and I felt like I was going to die.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
So, was there a moment when you were being held by an opponent in a really, really brutal sort of pin, and it occurred to you? I got a funny thing to say about this. What is the transition from athlete wrestling? It's a 2-4-7 experience. It's not like you don't have cheat days in wrestling. So where did the comedy thing start? What age and what was the jump from college athlete to comedy?
Well, that's actually a great question. It's probably a little more philosophical than you thought, but I think wrestling, it's so brutal that I remember just you're just on my way to practice, and I remember being like, this is going to be horrible. This is going to be a horrible 2 hours. And I remember just trying to make my friends laugh.
There you go.
Because it was like the only way that I could just escape for a few minutes. But it's funny you said like a situation. My first match was against UNI, University of Northern Iowa, and I got tired. And the guy I was wrestling was better than me, by a lot. And I got tired, and and they're all yelling at me, and I'm like, guys, I agree, this is bad, but we're not going to fix it today. Usually when I get this tired, I do not get untired for a very long time. My coach was like, get up. I'm like, I don't know if you saw, I tried to do that 7 seconds ago.
That's right.
He didn't want me to.
Right.
He threw me back down. And then I'll never forget this. It got worse. The referee, the one guy in the gymnasium charged with my safety, started making fun of me. The referee, he goes, are you okay down there, son? Ha 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 ha. Like he did not care if I was okay. He was trying to get laughs, and as a stand-up comedian, I can tell you, he was good. He had a good show that night.
The delivery was on point.
It was, man, and he killed the whole place.
Yeah.
In UNI back then, it was a place called the West Gym, and it was pretty small.
Yeah.
And they would bring out like one light right over the mat.
Sure.
And
nice.
and the people are all on top of you, and they know wrestling.
Yeah.
And they were ridiculing me.
I went to Western Kentucky University, and it's just basketball. And there was one kid in our dorm from Clinton, Iowa.
Oh, yeah,
and
man.
he's about he's still a good buddy of mine. He's about 5'6", and he would just in the way that dudes sitting around watching a ball game and you start jawing, you start kind of grab-assing and slapping. He could put anybody in that dorm down in a pin in about 3 seconds,
I wrestled
including dudes my size and bigger than me. And everybody was like, hey, don't mess with Brent. Like that kid from Iowa. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
So you went to Western Kentucky?
Yeah, man.
I think Nate went there for like a semester.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Nate Bargatze.
Yeah. I think.
If you are from Nashville, Western gives you in-state tuition to draw people from Nashville, Tennessee.
Really?
So half the campus at Western Kentucky is people from the Nashville area.
Yeah.
So that would check out.
Yeah, I think he went. He didn't go there long, but I think he went there.
I just think it's cool that you made an obscure wrestler reference, and he knows who he is.
Yeah, well,
that's pretty amazing.
Knows the town anyway.
Yeah, Clinton and I, we wrestled in a tournament there.
I'm sorry.
When I was a little kid.
Yeah.
We would go up to Iowa.
Yep.
I lived in Missouri, and we'd go up to Iowa. And our coach, I still remember this, our Little League coach, he'd have us get out of the van, and when we cross the state line and all pee on on Iowa.
That's it.
As a sign
That's
of,
it. Right.
That's what the sign's there for.
Disrespect.
That's it. You have to do it.
That's why the sign is there.
Yeah.
They're going to kick our ass, but we're going to pee in their grass.
That's about how it went down.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's the old Bo Schembechler when he would recruit a player to Michigan. If they lived in Ohio, he would always he would buy gas in Michigan before they crossed the line, and then he would stop on the way back and take a dump in Ohio at a gas station. That was like a thing. It was a real thing.
Sure.
Like it's like a myth, and then people are like, no, that was real. He really meant that. Which just goes to show how ludicrous our heroes are.
Yeah.
Greg Warren's at Acme through the weekend. So you started last night. A good night last night?
It was awesome. I mean, the club is,
it speaks for itself.
I'm sure you guys all, it's a legendary.
It certainly is.
It is like, one of the top 2 or 3 comedy clubs in the country. Everybody wants to work here. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. What's your first Twin Cities gig? You remember? First time you did comedy up here?
Yeah, I remember. I think I came. I don't think I got to work Acme right away. There was a club in the mall called Knuckleheads in the Mall of America, and I got to work there.
Yeah.
But my buddies, I was friends with a bunch of comics here, and this guy Isaac Whitty and John Evans, these guys, they took me to the Acme open mic night. I stayed for a few days, and I went to the Acme open mic night on a Tuesday night, and that was probably like 2002 or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Where did you start doing comedy? What town were you in? What scene did you come out of?
Probably Houston would be the
really?
I got out of college, and there was a comedy club in Missouri, in Columbia, and I worked there, and they let me go on stage like 2 or 3 times or something. I didn't know what I was doing. But then I got a job in Houston, Texas. I worked for Procter & Gamble. I sold like Jif peanut butter and Dunkin' Hines cake mix.
That's reams of material.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In that life.
Yeah. Pringles, Sunny Delight.
Yeah.
And they had a pretty cool comedy scene in Houston at the time. So I was there for like 5 years. Then I got transferred to Cincinnati and worked. There was a pretty good scene there. But the Houston scene, it was like the end of what they called the Texas Outlaws. Like it was like Bill Hicks came. Hicks was there and did a show at the club. It had to be a couple years, maybe a couple months before he died. And I didn't know who he was. And they were like, you got to go see this guy. And I went and watched Bill Hicks at a comedy club.
Boy.
It was awesome, man.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. And the guys, I started with like Ralphie May. And
I knew Ralphie.
Yeah. He was a Nashville
guy. Yeah. So I like the you're slinging Pringles by day, comedy at night. That's a good double life you had going for a while.
Yeah. It was, it was going back and forth, because early in comedy, man, I sucked. And I'd be like, I'm getting pretty good at this. Yeah. And then I remember one night I had to follow Ralphie, and it was the first time my mom had ever seen me. Oh, boy. She was in town, and I had to and Ralphie's would even early on, Ralphie would just murder.
He didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
He's one of those people that's just funny you look at him the way he's standing him as he's drawing his breath.
He's got that voice up here.
Yeah, and he's about to say something, and you're already laughing.
Yeah, right. So I eat it hard in front of my mom, and then there was a few moments like that, and we're like. I need to stick to this Pringle thing.
Yeah. Well, it's like I always draw the comparison between the comedian brain and the musician brain. Like, young guy, you put a band together, you're doing comedy. At those ages, there's a lot of similarities. I think a lot of comedians play an instrument, and I think a lot of musicians have, if nothing else, a great comic timing of their own. There's just similar DNA or something.
I always wondered
those
about
worlds.
the writing, like if there's similarities in songwriting, joke writing.
A lot of it too is the writing's one thing, but the delivery's equally as important, and that is absolutely the case with a band. It's like, everybody knows a band that's really good, and you're like, why didn't anything happen for them? And it's like, well, because they're just really good. But there's not a thing,
Really?
and with comedians, you can look at your jokes or anybody else's jokes, and you can read them all. But it's how the delivery. There's so much more to it. It's like what separates, the guy or the girl you really remember, or the one you just thought was kind of funny. It's more than just the material. Is my point.
Yeah, I wish I knew what it was.
You're doing all right, man. So hey, you mentioned Nate Bargatze a minute ago, who's done okay.
Yeah, he's doing well.
When I look at the tour and I'm like, oh, multiple nights in arenas. Good going, Nate. Way to go.
He's showing up everywhere at this point.
He is. You're working with him on a TV show.
Yeah, it aired last night. Actually, it's called the Greatest Average American. And it's a game show.
The Greatest Average American.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which Nate sort of claims to be.
Right.
Which is awesome. He's great. He's like, I think he just did it. He thought it was a cool idea. And then once we started taping, he was like, this is fun, and I'm good at it.
Great.
Like he's a natural host, and I'm the announcer.
Okay.
Like me and a guy named Julian McCullough are sort of like co-hosts.
Got it.
He can play off of. But my favorite part of the show is in the middle. One of the segments is he'll do something like shoot baskets or hit wiffle balls or try to name as many state capitals as he can. And the two remaining contestants have to bet on how well Nate will do on it.
Okay.
And man, I mean, and I think the one that aired last night, he did horrible. like
really?
Yeah, horrible.
Yeah.
It was like a thing where it's like, okay, Nate answers this question. He moves from kindergarten to first grade.
Okay.
And then this question, he moves from first grade to second grade. And at any point when he misses one, he's out,
Yeah.
And it goes all the way up to 12th grade. And you're thinking, I think right around 8 or 9, Nate's going to,
yeah, right.
Nate, first grade, Nate misses it. First grade. I literally remember saying this on air. I was like, they're not going to put this on TV, are they?
Wow.
And the producers in my ear going, that's good, say that.
There's
really good.
There's one where he's like blind taste testing, right?
Yeah, that was
that? Is that the first episode? Or?
Yeah, that was last week, the second episode. He was blind taste testing a lot of junk food. And Nate loves junk food. And he missed Sour Patch, which is like exactly what he eats, man.
How?
Yeah.
So this is on ABC.
ABC or Hulu. It's
Hulu.
Like Hulu the next
And where do
day.
you guys shoot it?
In Nashville.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, Nate's got a little bit of juice these days.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think he was like, they were like, well, we're going to shoot it over in Ireland with a lot of the other game shows.
Oh, right.
And he
They're
was
all
like,
going to Ireland.
Actually, we're not.
Yeah, right. yeah.
He's like, I will drive 20 minutes for the. Yeah, we shot it at the.
I'll see your 9-hour flight, and I'll raise you 20 minutes in my car.
Yeah, we built a studio in. You would know it's the Nashville Municipal Auditorium, which is the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Right. Right.
Yeah. We built a studio in there.
In that building.
Yeah.
It's the old arena from that's where I saw concerts in the 70s.
Yeah, man.
And it's like a smaller, for a concert, it's 8,000 or 9,000. It's not full sized. But man, the coolest part of that building is all the blown up tickets on the walls and the concourse. All the old ticket stubs, they're just poster size. The entire concourse is nothing but it's like Elvis, Tom Jones, Earth, Wind and Fire, The Police.
Yeah,
it's everybody. Yeah. Everybody has played that
just
gig.
Tiny shows.
And the Musicians Hall of Fame is located in there.
Yeah.
And now your show, The Greatest Average American. That's awesome.
We shot it there.
And my daughter used to do competitive cheer in that building, and I would sit there in agony for hours waiting for her to tumble and break her neck. But luckily, she never did.
Oh, good, man.
Greg Warren, you're at Acme for the next few nights. Everybody knows Acme, and it's a great place. I'm sure you're getting great crowds. But let's really get to the meat of the matter. In high school, what were you listening to? This is a rock station, after all.
Man.
Who were your bands?
You guys are going to kick me out so fast, man.
Oh, maybe not.
Because I know who you are, man. And I have the worst like music taste, or it's like my friends all make fun of me.
I love this already.
Yeah, I don't know anything at
Great.
all, and I just
it's a great answer.
What I liked was what KC 95 played, which was a classic rock station,
a banger,
and
Favaz for years down
I know
there, man.
Favaz,
yeah,
man.
he's a buddy of mine.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just whatever they played, I listened to.
Great.
When I was cutting weight for wrestling or in the car.
Yeah.
And could I tell you the name of most of the songs?
Not
no.
a chance. Yeah.
Like they did have like Keishi classics.
Yeah.
Which were like songs that got a lot of airplay there and maybe not other places. One of, like there's a song called Lakeshore Drive. It's called Lakeshore Drive.
Mm-hmm.
It's by three not Emerson, Lake and Palmer, but something that sounds like that.
Okay.
Aliata something, and that's a Keishi classic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm familiar with that one.
Yeah, man. I think you'll like it, man. It was
Lakeshore
my mom's
Drive
ringtone.
by Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There's my mom was...
Aliato Haynes Jeremiah?
Yes, yeah, that's it, man.
Chicago-based trio.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
It was actually brought back and made popular again by Guardians of the Galaxy because those soundtracks are fantastic.
Oh, all right, man.
Yeah. So, like, I listened to whatever they played. I mean... I went to high school in the 80s.
Yeah.
Van Halen was...
And so were you in St. Louis or just
St.
outside?
Louis,
You were in St. Louis proper?
Yeah, I was in St.
Okay,
Louis.
first concert you ever saw?
George Thorogood, I think.
All right, that works.
Nice.
All right.
I think it was George Thorogood. But they all make fun of me because, like, I have a podcast, and one of the guys in the podcast was in a band called Ludo that had some.
Oh, yeah.
They,
I remember them.
They
Yeah.
did very well.
Yep.
He's a comic now. He's a giant fan of yours. When I told him I was coming here, he was like, I would have given you my book to have him sign it. But those guys just ridicule me because I'm like, I just like stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't deconstruct it at all like I do with comedy. I haven't ruined it like I do comedy.
I was going to say, you're living, that's the good life then.
And I love comedy, but when I hear stuff, I'm like, how did he, that's, like.
I just had a memory. You're wearing a Blues sweatshirt.
Yeah.
What was the old Blues arena? The
Checker Dome.
Checkerdome.
Did you guys play there?
Once. We opened for Aerosmith there.
No way.
Yeah, and it was all my thing when we first started opening for bands and arenas was I was just thrilled to go into these. I'm a sports fanatic, so I was like, oh right, the Checkerdome, and like we were at the Montreal Forum. I'm like, oh my God, man. I'm looking at the banners. That's the coolest thing.
Yeah,
I went into the Checkerdome and I went up to the upper deck just to check it all out. That's the steepest, scariest arena experience of my life. I don't know how anybody ever made it out alive. The seating in the upper deck of the Checkerdome was like directly over the ice.
Yeah,
and if you had more than half a beer, you were at risk for falling to your death.
Blues fans were having cases of beer.
That's what I mean. It was really like disconcerting. I don't have a fear of heights. I don't get dizzy. And I was up there going, I can't believe they put thousands of people in these seats every night.
And they're also up there in that. I remember going up there, and there's some terrible obstructed seats up there. You should not have been charged to see that hockey game. You couldn't see anything.
It was like in the old days when they'd call an arena a barn. It was like, it was. That was a barn.
So you played the Checkerdome, man. Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, and then you probably played Kiel. Which is a million different things now.
Yeah, that's where
I saw
it. And then there's the what is it? The amphitheater, the outdoor place that's
Sandstone,
way outside of town.
No, that's where
that one a bunch.
That's that place when it opened. It was called Riverport.
There it was.
So the day that it opened, Guns N' Roses played there. And somebody got Axl. Somebody took a picture of Axl.
I remember that story.
And grabbed the camera and threw. And then St. Louis. Tore to shreds our brand new outdoor.
Right. Yeah, they went crazy.
They went crazy. There was
full
a
on riot. Real honest to God riot. I remember.
Honest to God riot. We ruined it, and
I've told this for years. I don't know why it works out this way, but there's no hotter place in the world than St. Louis at night in August.
Yeah.
There's a level of humidity. For some reason, it's like maybe because I just don't expect it to be. But yeah, I've played outdoor gigs in St. Louis where I'm like, it is the nastiest weather
it's brutal,
imaginable.
Man. I mean, my buddy, the guy that I wrestled with, Danny Hayes, good wrestler, beat a guy from Minnesota in the Northern Open in the finals that he shouldn't have beat. And I've always remembered that. He's the biggest fan of yours. Yeah, that guy is. When I call him today, he's going to freak out, man.
Well, you tell him I said what's up.
Yeah, I will, man. I will.
So, all right, go. This is great. You got a few more nights at Acme. Greg, it's a pleasure to have you on the show, man.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Are you walking home, or what are you going to do?
I think I'm going to probably Uber it back.
Yeah,
man.
You've done your day, your work for the day.
It was also, I was going at a clip.
Yeah,
because like Google said, I was supposed to be here at like 9:20. Google said, you'll get there at 9:30. I'm like, I can beat what Google.
Of course,
walk
of course
right.
you can.
And about halfway, and I'm like, oh boy,
time to pick up the pace a little bit.
Yes.
I looked it up. It's just over 3 miles, so that's not a short walk.
That's good.
Man.
That's a good one,
man.
man.
I said, that's it, man.
You're done.
Bang.
You're done.
Yeah.
Well,
right
then we made sure we counted how many miles, and we said it out loud for everybody to hear.
I appreciate that, guys.
Absolutely.
Good to see you, brother.
Hey, great seeing you guys. Thanks, man.
All right, we got just enough time left for the last word from our old buddy Cicero.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day,
our old buddy.
I thought of this. I caught up with an old friend a couple days ago. Hadn't spoken to him in a while, and I remembered there was a Cicero quote I saw once, and I just looked it up. Here it is. What sweetness is left in life if you take away friendship? Robbing life of friendship is like robbing the world of the sun. A true friend is more to be esteemed than kinsfolk.
Mark Twain in a toga.
Man,
there
that's
we go.
it. Keep those friends close, baby.
Absolutely.
They're worth their weight in gold. Tomorrow on the show, Elizabeth Reese is stopping by.
Yeah, speaking of friends.
That'll put everybody in a good mood.
Of course it will.
Yes, it will. And we'll be giving away Sting tickets, among other things that we'll get into with our buddy Elizabeth. Fletcher, what's coming up right now on this station?
Going to do the Wallflowers, Elton John, into the 10 o'clock hour. Go commercial free right around lunchtime. And then I've got tickets for Social D at the Armory and Sting.
There you go.
Very nice. So
Let's
keep
go.
it right here on Minnesota's 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning is also Gorman on the go. Get the 92 KQRS app and stream live or catch the Gorman in the morning podcast anytime. 92 KQRS.